The cream of the crop! Nobody does it better.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Fly, and Chopper fucking sucks. No, I'm just yeah, I'm just joking before anyone in the comments are like, you bastard, how dare you talk about our reindeer, he's a champion, I love that guy. I'm just ruffling your feathers. Ruffling your feathers? Is that what it's... Whatever, either way, it's time we talk about Chopper and what happens to him after Wano. So the thing with Tony Chopper is that I actually like Chopper, I actually like him a lot more than other people in the community does, but I do feel like his relevance or his role in the new world is kind of lacking, and honestly he's kind of just there for merchandise. I know a lot of people are gonna be mad again.
How dare you talk about our reindeer? He's not a mascot, he's a solidified character with character growth, and
man, shut your mouth, man, shut your mouth. But that could all change in the Wano Kuni arc and the Battle of Onigashima. Honestly, I felt like Chopper hasn't done much post time skip. He did have some moments like when he mastered Monster Point Chopper, which I'll get to later, as well as his role in Punk Hazard and saving the children, and most recently leading Big Mom to Udon prison and saving Luffy, and then curing the prisoners and Luffy from Queen's poison. Chopper single-handedly actually saved the entire Mink tribe, and without his help and Caesar Clown, they wouldn't be here today to exact the revenge on Kaido and his crew. Without question, Chopper is one of the best doctors in the One Piece world, period, alongside Trafalgar Law. I'll even go a step further and claim that Chopper is one of the best devil fruit users in the world. Keywords user, I'm not saying he has the best devil fruits, the way that Chopper's able to change his forms and go beyond the limitations of just hybrid normal form and then full animal form. That devil fruit's capabilities, and it's quite possible that it's not going to stop there, and Chopper might possibly have even more forms that he will utilize in the story. Now, what I meant by other forms is that we've actually seen all 7 forms that Chopper is able to utilize or transform into kind of off the gate. In Fisherman Island, Chopper has shown everything he's capable of doing. Even controlling Monster Point was an uncontrollable form that he only used in dire situations, that many people presume that it's actually his awakened Zoan form, which actually makes a lot of sense because of the similarities that Monster Point has with the Jailer Beast and Impel Down, which were confirmed to be awakened Zoan users. And what other awakened form could there be for a human than to become a giant? Also, completely off the cuff, but it would be so sick if Chopper learned the way to make his transformations go even further, where he's able to actually transform into different humanoid races like long-armed tribes or long-legged tribes, long necks or something like that. That'd be kind of pretty dope if you ask me. I don't think that's gonna happen, but if you want to further the whole human fruit, then being able to transform into different subspecies would be pretty damn cool. After time skip, Chopper now needs to just eat 1 Rumble Ball to enter Monster Point, but the question comes, what happens if he eats 3? Because we know once he eats 2, his powers go haywire and he starts transforming all over the way and he can't really control it. But if he eats 3 now, what happens? Does he unlock a new uncontrollable state? Is there a new form that threatens the very life of Chopper but gives him a tremendous power boost? I'm not exactly sure, but that's something I would love to see later on in the series, which would actually be pretty damn amazing. Now, in terms of hockey, I know a lot of you guys are wondering, what hockey's Chopper gonna get in Wano arc? I hope he gets hockey soon. I've already mentioned in previous videos, I don't think all the Straw Hats will gain hockey because I just don't see them really training it, but they could always do it off screen, and I'm definitely not against the idea of Straw Hats getting hockey. I actually think all of them should have it, but I'm not really set on that all of them will have it, because some of them do have abilities and fighting styles that allow them to keep up with some of the hockey users, such as Brook and his soul powers and Frankie and his armored body, where if you were to add Sea Stone to it, it would allow him to bypass a lot of Devil Fruit users, and his defensive capabilities are already high because he's already a cyborg made of metal. Now, in terms of Chopper, I would love Chopper to get Armament Hockey personally. Imagine Armament Hockey Monster Point Chopper just blasting through the battlefield, just doing all types of shit. And we know that hockey blooms when you're in a drastic and desperate situation, and we've seen Chopper in desperate situations, but not like in Wano country where they're in war. Chopper, well, all of the Straw Hats are gonna have to break their limit and surpass them. And we seen back in Dressrosa when Usopp was under a lot of stress and was forced to break his limit. That was when he unlocked Observation Hockey, and the same could apply to all of the Straw Hats Hats in Wano country. Mostly Chopper, because I think Chopper needs a big upgrade in his fighting, so a battle in Wano country might force Chopper to awaken some sort of haki, and most specifically I would love it to be Armament. Now I know a lot of people are expecting Chopper to learn Sulong and become a were-deer human wolf thing, but I don't think that's gonna happen. That seems to be a race specific thing, a tribe specific thing, and Chopper at the end of the day is just a regular reindeer that just so happened to eat a human fruit. So him learning Sulong I think is out of the books, but him learning Electro on the other hand could come in handy. We do not know the specifics of Electro and how it works. We do know that it's connected to the fur of the minks, and Chopper does have fur, so maybe they learn how to make static electricity with their fur, and that is what's causing Electro. So maybe they could have taught Chopper that. Unless it's a tribe and race only thing, then I think it's quite possible for Chopper to learn this Electro to add even further offensive capabilities to his attacks. Chopper possesses something that could greatly enhance the beast parts and help them, and even help the defunction of small devil fruits, in theory at least. And that is with the use of the Rumble Ball. If Kaido and his men were to find out about the Rumble Ball and how it functions, you best believe that they should kidnap Chopper and make him mass produce them, and that would help the small devil fruits and be able to control their abilities and devil fruit powers more efficiently. And Kaido's crew is a crew full of, honestly, freaks. They look hideous. They're disgusting monsters of the depths. They came from Hades. They came from the 8 circles of hell. I don't know where they came from, but they're kind of ugly. Like a lion as your bottom half, that's kind of weird. Or like being in the mouth of a hippo, that's pretty damn odd. That's kind of monsterish, and that's also a duality that Chopper always has to fight with. And that's his duality of being an animal and a human. He wants to be human, but he also knows that he can't fit in because, well, a lot of people call him a monster. And that was always one prospect of Chopper's character that I really adored pre-time skip, is his duality struggles on what it means to be a man and what it means to be a monster. And in Fisherman Island, he kind of came to a conclusion that he wants to become more of a monster because that will help Luffy become Pirate King. And honestly, a lot of people might get mad at me saying this, but I think Oda kind of dropped the ball on that, and he should have kept on to that little character development, struggled with Chopper a little bit longer, in that he wants to understand what it means to be a man, but also needs to become a monster, and he needs to find a basic balance for him. And I really love that about Chopper with his struggle against his own inner beast. He kind of reminds me of Bruce Banner in a way, where his own experiments are kind of his downfall and kind of his own personal struggle in creating monsters such as Monster Point Chopper, which he truly disliked pre-time skip because of the destruction it caused to his friends. But that's besides the point. There's also something very important in the story that Oda does occasionally that a lot of people don't really pay much attention to, and that is the title of some of his chapters. And what I mean by that, in that some chapters Oda loves to showcase and put the spotlight on a certain member of the crew and title it as such in the order that they joined, such as when Brook joined, he later had a chapter dedicated to himself called The 8th Crewmate. There has been a chapter like this named for every member of the crew besides 2, and those 2 are Robin and Chopper. Now some of you guys are probably like, what does this have to do with anything, Fly? This is just a waste of time. It's not that serious. I think it actually is, because it showcases their importance on the crew and it makes them official members of the Straw Hat crew. You don't really, it's not really that serious, but I only brought this to your attention because usually for a Straw Hat member, they get that title not that long after they join, with Zoro, Sanji, Nami, and so on and so forth. But the thing is, Usopp never got this title until he rejoined the crew in Water 7 after going all those trials and tribulations with the crew and ended up leaving but ended up coming back. He actually got this chapter title the same time as Frankie, and yet Robin, who they had dedicated an entire 2 arcs to, still never got one, and Chopper, who has been on the crew before they even went to Alabasta, has yet to get this. So that must mean something, at least in my eye. Again, to some of you guys it's probably not that important, but to me I find it odd that characters like Robin and Chopper have yet to get this named chapter after them. Usually when someone joins, they get a chapter dedicated to them, kind of based off of when they joined the crews. Like I said earlier, Brook was the 8th, Frankie was the 7th, and so on and so forth. I just hope you guys are getting what I'm trying to say, that Chopper and Robin still have a character defining moment that's going to come later on in the story, and that's when they'll get that numbered title chapter. And what better time for Chopper to finally get this title chapter for him than in the Wano Kuni arc. And we know that the beast pirates are in possession of some deadly weapons, with Queen the Plague is specializing in making these deadly viruses and poisonous weapons, and they also have possession of the Shinokuni weapon that was made by Caesar Clown, because we saw Jack the Drought use this on the Minks way back when. So them using these tactics during the war in Onigashima will probably happen until Chopper gets there and cures them, showing that he truly is one of the best doctors in the world. And Chopper finally gets that well-deserved spotlight onto him. And in terms of bounty, I'm not really sure. We can either go the serious route or the gag route, where if we go the gag route, then we give him a bounty of $500, and at the end of the series he finally gets $1,000 as a bounty, which would be kind of funny. But in the serious route, it would be kind of cool if we finally break the 100 million bounty barrier. With the world government finally taking Chopper as a threat and understanding that he is the world's strongest pet. Obviously, at the end of the series, Chopper will learn how to cure every disease in the world. I would like it if Luffy got the same disease as Roger did, but this time Chopper cures Luffy, thus proving that Chopper is a superior doctor to everyone else around him. An encounter with Dr. Vegapunk would be greatly needed for Chopper's character. I think it would be really cool to see how they interact. Even though Chopper's not a scientist, he does dwell in the scientific studies himself with his Rumble Ball, and it would be cool to have Vegapunk acknowledge how great of a doctor and how smart Chopper is. But that's the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to rate the video, subscribe, and click the bell icon to stay notified. Also follow me on Twitter so you can get updates on me and on the channel. Also follow me on twitch.tv/FlyFlizzy, where you can catch us having live streams, vibing, all that good stuff. Fun with this series, and we only have 3 Straw Hats left: Brooke, Nico Robin, and our favorite fishman, Jinbei, so be on the lookout for that. And also, we are close to 1,000 subscribers, and when we reach that, I said I will do my Straw Hats from least favorite to favorite, and maybe even a Q&A if you guys even care. But that is all. Put down in the comments what you think of Chopper, his abilities, his power-ups, and his character progression, and what's gonna happen to him after Wano. I would like to thank all you guys for being here. Hope you guys have a good day and a good night. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Toodles!